We start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. If we revert to our analysis, we have been looking for buy, and this is what we get. But after we get this move, we mentioned if we wants to, if we wants to keep the trade, we wants to see the breakout of 0.00381, which is this one. As you can see, the price didn't take, and even we mentioned if we want to look for continuation, we need to see the breakout of this line, because if we mention the price cannot, then we will have this flat. Okay, as we can see, the price dropped, and now I want to see what's the next. How we can look at this, whether this is the flat and we can expect the price to retest the previous low, or this is the correction relative to this for one move up. Anyway, we start with higher time frame. We want to see what we have based on daily chart. The only thing is similar to most of the charts, we can expect the price to consolidate here for longer time before we get the reversal. In this case, we move to forward chart, and even based on forward chart, as I mentioned, most of the charts, they have a similar movement. We have been looking for this flat, and this is what we get. Okay, the way the price is dropping is very slow. That means it's very corrective. That means the price of to retest the previous low is very less. It doesn't mean the price cannot, okay? But mostly we can look for this one as a correction relative to this. That means if we get any opportunity to look for buy, we can take the trade. But the only thing is, if the price can break this low, mostly we can see the divergence. As I say, most of the charts, they have a similar movement. Then how we can look for trade? If we want to look for buy or sell, how we can look for trade? First, we talk about the buy. The first option is if we put this one as a flat, and that's mean if the price drop from here and retest the previous low. As I mentioned, based on forward chart and even 1 hour chart, we can look for divergence. Any reversal from there, it can give us a really good trade setup. And we can expect the reversal be the one can retest the previous top, which is this one. But if the price continue and to drop from here, but how about if the price reverse from here? Okay, if I put my line here, as we can see, 0.00348 with a 61% of this move. If we want to look for buy, that means we put this one as a correction relative to this for reversal. We prefer to get the trade set up as long as the price haven't broke this line. Okay, but one thing I need to highlight here, if the price reverse from here, maybe this is not the one is going to retest the top. Why? Because at that times we can expect this one turn to internal flat, and this one turns to first move as a correction for one more drop. Okay, that's why if we wants to look for buy from here, we consider as a short term. And how we can look for trade, how we can look for buy. If the price rate drop and retest this low, then from there we can look for reversal. If we get that opportunity, then in later we can explain about that. But right now, how about if the price reverse from here? The only way to look for trade as a sharp move flag, either 1 hour or lower time frame, then we take the trade, and with the breakout of the stop, we start to manage. But if the price sharply reverse from here, mostly we cannot get any trade set up. As I mentioned, that's why we have to refer to the 15-minute as well. Having entry above this, it can be an option. It depends on the traders, but we are not going to add in our analysis. Okay, this is how we can look for trade. If the price reverse from here, we can with the sharp move flag, we take the trade, and with the breakout of the stop, we start to manage. And at that time, we need to know about this one, tend to bigger flat in relative to this. Okay, that means we can expect to get one more drop. But how about if the price retest from drop from here after the breakout of the previous low? We can refer to the all indicators, even 1 hour and forward chart. Mostly we can look for divergence. Then any reversal from there, we can look for buy. Okay, can we look for sell? Sell, may we can expect this one turn to correction. Even we see the internal flat for one more drop. The sell is depend on the traders, because mostly the short-term trade. We can expect if the prices start to correct from here, having entry above the correction for one more drop can be an option. But again, it's not part of this analysis, because even if we get a sell, this is not what we are looking, because in terms of the risk and reward, it doesn't give us really good trade setup. Mostly we're looking for buy. Okay, but if sell, if this one turns to a corrective move, we can look for the short-term sell. The only times you can look for buy, the price reverses a sharp move flag, take the trade. Okay, and we should know, even if we want to look for the buy, if the price sharply reverse, we need to wait and see the flag, because even if the price reverse internally, we can look for the flat as a 1 2 3. All right, Anyway, we don't have any trade setup. We mentioned how we can look at this, and the best things what I want us to look for. If I want to look for trade for buy, I prefer the price to retest the previous stop. Then from there, I will take the trade rather than buying from here, because mostly even if we buy from here, it doesn't give us really good trade setup. And about the sell, also I mentioned, if this one turned to a corrective move, we can expect the price to for continuation, but it depends on the traders whether they want to look for sell or not. But anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.